Hey everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. A few months ago, a lot of different Twitch streamers were jumping on the bandwagon, opening up Pokemon cards on their own stream, and it was a really exciting time. A couple of months now have passed and a lot of different Twitch streamers are realizing the brutal reality of vintage pack opening and grading Pokemon cards, because a lot of them are losing, quite honestly, a buttload of money opening up Pokemon cards and grading them. A lot of Twitch streamers, Moist Critical, XQC, Mizkif, Ludwig, to name a few. And honestly, I wanted to share with you guys what exactly it is that they did, where they went wrong, and how they lost so much money, and how you can avoid doing the same for yourself. This isn't really me calling out any Twitch streamers or anything like that. I don't have any problems with Twitch streamers. It's really about learning from their mistakes. And I see a lot of the stuff that they're doing, and I think it can really resonate with a lot of you guys as well. So we can definitely learn something from someone else's losing thousands of dollars. I learn from my own mistakes all the time. So what exactly did all these streamers do wrong? They actually did quite a few things wrong. I know like Moist Critical actually responded to the amount of losses he had in pack opening, and he pretty much just said, you know, he's a millionaire, he can lose a couple of $1,000s, who cares? But I know other guys like Ludwig and Mizkif were actually really surprised by the amount of money that they lost opening up Pokemon cards and grading them, because they were opening up like thousands of dollars of vintage booster boxes and spending thousands of dollars more to get all these cards graded, only to lose money in the end. So what exactly happened? The first big issue is pack opening for money. Pack opening to make money does not work. In Pokemon, it's pretty much never worked. You simply cannot open up booster boxes to make money. It just doesn't work that way. There is currently 0 Pokemon card sets out there where you can open up a large quantity of products and actually come out ahead with the cards that you have open. It might be potentially possible within the first week that the set releases. Like if you're like super lucky, the first week you open up and you get a ton of different Charizards, maybe. But in general, if you open up booster packs, you're gonna lose money. That's just the way it works. The card game isn't designed to make money. So that's the first big trap, is expecting to make money from cracking open booster boxes. That is simply not really possible at all. A lot of these Twitch streamers came in with the mindset that, hey, I'm gonna open up some vintage booster boxes going for thousands of dollars, crack them open, find myself that Charizard, find myself that Blastoise, find myself a Lugia, get it graded. It's gonna be a PSA 10, of course, because it's fresh out of a pack. How could it not be a PSA 10? Make $100,000 off just the cards from the pack opening. And of course, I get a ton of viewers in the process. It's a win-win-win scenario. There's just no problems with it. And what a lot of these Twitch streamers didn't realize is that the pack value on a lot of these sets are a net negative. You lose money the vast majority of the time you open up booster boxes. So that's the first big issue, is that they were crack opening booster boxes expecting to make money. That's simply not possible. It hasn't been in pretty much forever. There hasn't been a set of any Pokemon card set that you can actually make money from cracking open vast numbers of booster packs. It's simply not possible. In fact, for the vast majority of Pokemon card sets, you lose an instant 50% of your money, half your money, as soon as you crack the packs open. And that's okay. That's okay for me, because there's a lot of fun and entertainment value in me opening up booster packs. I open up products because I enjoyed the experience of hunting for cards, chasing cards, trying to find the rare cards, collecting the cards, and simply opening up the packs in itself is entertaining to me, as well as for a lot of different viewers. So that's why I open up a lot of products. It's not because I'm looking for money. That's simply not possible. I had a ton of people messaged me over the last year from Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering specifically. They're saying, hey, I'm from Yu-Gi-Oh! Or I'm from Magic, and I'm looking to get into Pokemon. I want to crack open a couple of booster boxes and make some money. What sets do you recommend? And I tell them very bluntly in my replies, you can't make money on Pokemon. It just doesn't work that way. You cannot open up any single set and sell the cards inside and make a profit. Perhaps if you open up one specific booster box and you pull a rare card, sure, that one rare box in a lifetime, you got some money off it. But in the vast majority of cases, if you're opening up 100 booster boxes, you're going to end up with a massive net loss. That's simply the case. So that's the first big mistake that a lot of these Twitch streamers made, was that they were going into this experience of booster box opening with the mindset that they were already going to make a lot of money. The second big mistake that a lot of these Twitch streamers made was that they were evaluating all their cards as if it was PSA 10. That's simply not how it works at all. But that was what a lot of these Twitch streamers were doing. You know, they would open up a booster box of XY evolutions, find a Charizard, and they would go, oh my goodness, I have a $4,000 Charizard in a PSA 10. That's simply not the case. That card is not anywhere near $4,000. You got to get it graded first, and it has to come back as a 10. They keep forgetting this mistake, is that you can't jump those steps so quickly. That Charizard is worth nowhere near $4,000. It's so far away from it. But that was what was a lot of these videos were showcasing, was every single card they pull, they just instantly value it as if it was gem mint PSA 10 material. And if you do that, then of course the number is going to be completely inflated. I think the worst example is XQC did a video where he said he made like $74,000 opening up one booster box. But in that video, he literally valued every single card inside of that box as a PSA 10. If you do that, then of course the value of the whole entire box is going to be astronomical, but that's simply not the case. You didn't even spend the money grading the cards yet. There's so much time involved in it. There's so many challenges. And of course, the vast majority of those cards is not going to come back as a 10. I think a lot of these Twitch streamers didn't realize, and this is the third mistake, which is how challenging it is to actually get a PSA 10. So it's been a couple of months since the hype of Twitch streamers opening up booster boxes, and a lot of them sent cards off to being graded. And as these returns are coming in, it doesn't surprise me at all, but I'm surprised by how much it shocks them, is that they're not getting 10s. They are not getting 10s at all. Two big example is Mizkif. I think Mizkif sent in like 30 cards. Mizkif got 0 10s. Ludwig sent in also around 30 cards, and Ludwig got 2 10s out of 30 cards. The vast majority of them came back as 9s and 8s, and they lost a lot of money. And they didn't realize how challenging it was to actually get a 10. And I feel a little bit at fault for this, because if you look at my prior PSA returns, I get around 40 to 68% of my cards coming back as 10s. But there's a lot of nuances on my end that you might not see. The first big one is that I vet my cards. Before I send my cards to PSA, I'm already checking to see if they are of high quality, if these cards are gem mint material. I'm only sending in cards that I think have a high chance of getting a 10, or cards that I would want graded no matter what. These are the two main categories. Cards that I want 10s in, or cards that the grades don't even matter. So those are the two big categories that I send cards in. And a lot of the cards that I'm sending in, I'm already considering that they are gem mint material. And these Twitch streamers aren't doing the same. They're not vetting their cards. Any cards that is a holo rare that's vintage that they pull, they're going to send to PSA. And if they're sending 30 vintage cards to PSA, it does not surprise me at all if only 2 out of 30 came back as a 10. That's completely normal. That makes total sense to me. Most of these cards have been sitting around for 20 years. The print quality has gone down significantly, and a lot of these older cards, the centering on them is terrible. So it doesn't surprise me if you send in 30 and you only get 2 10s, and the vast majority of them are 8s or 9s. That makes complete sense. The ones that I send in, I vet, I make sure that I think that they have a high chance of getting a 10, and I come back with a couple of 9s, but that's not a huge deal. So that's a lot of what goes in on my end, but these Twitch streamers aren't doing something very similar. The last big mistake that I think a lot of these Twitch streamers made was that I don't think they realized where the value of Pokemon cards were really coming from. And I think this is kind of a tricky area to really speak on, but the best way I can explain it is that yes, did I make a lot of money in 2020? I would say yes, I did. A lot of my collection increased in value, but through nothing I personally did. A lot of it was through the passage of time. That's how collectibles simply work. If you collect something, you're really meant to hold on to it for a long period of time. You shouldn't be able to crack a booster box open, find a rare card, and boom, instantly make thousands of dollars. That's simply not how it works. The real idea behind collectibles is you can either open up your booster box or hold on to it, but you have to have that product for a period of time, 5, 10, 20 years. And that's usually what I recommend is to whatever it is you're collecting, you gotta hold on to it. You gotta appreciate it, you gotta display it, and you gotta just have it inside of your collection for a long period of time. Collectibles gain value through the passage of time. Did I make money in 2020? I did, but that's because my collection appreciated in value. It wasn't anything specific that I did. I simply had products or simply had collectibles that gained value. You could call it luck or whichever else, but I had a good eye for some collectibles and they gained value. That's simply the case. If you are really interested in Pokemon card collecting, then you have to take your time with it. It's a long process. You got to be patient with it. It's not something that you can really rush through. So this is a hobby that I'm planning on having inside of my life for the next 20, 30 years. It's something that I want to pass on to my kids. It's not something that I plan on ditching in the near future. And if you're trying to make some quick money, that's simply not going to work. If you're trying to retire off Pokemon, it is possible. I'm going to tell you right now, can you retire off Pokemon? You can, but it's going to take 30 years. Same with every single other retirement plan. No retirement plan is going to make you retire in the next 5 years. It's simply not how it works. I know there's a lot of people out there that think you can get rich off Pokemon, and the short answer is yes, you can. The long answer is that there's a ton of buts, and a lot of them involves time. You simply have to collect a lot of different items and wait a long period of time. And with some decent luck where your collectibles appreciate in value, then yes, I guess you can make some serious money. But that's what it is. It's going to take 30 years. You simply cannot flip a lot of these products and get rich in the near future. That's simply not how it works. And a lot of people are getting burned this way. Outside of these Twitch streamers, a lot of different scalpers and flippers are realizing this the hard way, where a lot of people who were holding on to products like Hidden Fates, Shining Fates, specifically I know some people are holding on to like 100 boxes of Elite Trainer boxes of Shining Fates, and they can't move any of this inventory because no one's buying them right now. You can buy them at MSRP, so what's the point? You're losing money trying to flip any of these products, and that's what a lot of these different flippers and scalpers are realizing right now. So that's pretty much what I want to cover on all these Twitch streamers and the lessons that we can all learn from what happened with them. I was honestly really interested in it because I was flipping through a lot of these streams as people were grading cards, and they were just all really shocked at how little value their cards were worth after being graded. And I thought it was super normal. So I didn't realize from their perspective what they were expecting from these cards. And I realized very quickly that what was happening with these Twitch streamers might be happening to a ton of my viewers. So I wanted to make sure you guys realize that there's a lot of nuances when it comes to Pokemon card collecting, and if you're jumping in head first without the prior knowledge or experience, then yeah, you're gonna get seriously burned. So definitely be on the lookout. Don't try to do anything super risky. Pokemon card collecting is really all about having fun and enjoying it for the long term. I'm in it for the long term. Hope you guys are as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.